How we operate is, number one, we figure out the white spaces in the market. We try to identify what are the problems, and we create solutions around that, right? So this particular solution that I'm going to take you through is more towards the mid-mile network connectivity, right? In the morning, Pisces and other folks spoke about last mile connectivity, SD-WAN, etc. But this is more about middle mile. Now, when I say middle mile, why is it relevant? So the way we operate has changed, has been changing for the past a decade and a half, right? With the inception of cloud, and I think a lot of panel members also spoke about cloud, how to choose cloud, why to choose cloud. With the inception of cloud, digital infrastructure is virtualized today, right? With the exception of network. So far, you might have heard about infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, but nobody speaks about network as a service, right? So this paradigm shifting product, which is called Polarin, is something which changes the paradigm of network, right? Let me quickly also take you through I Squared Capital's credentials, because it is also important that a product like this is backed by backed on a foundation of a very strong infrastructure, a very strong knowledge base, and a knowledge base with a background of I Squared Capital is, I think, a very credible one. We operate in North America, Europe, select geographies in Asia. We personally, Lightstorm, operates in Asia and Southeast Asia, a little bit of EMEA. The focus sector for I Squared Capital is energy, utilities, transport, telecom, and social infrastructure. Lightstorm itself operates in the cusp of telecom and software. We build platform, like I said earlier, we figure out white spaces, we introduce solutions there. And in an industry which was consumer focused, right, where the margins are thinning, why is a product like this relevant, which is what we are going to talk about, and why is it relevant for a hyper-competitive environment of NBFC is what we're going to talk about as we move forward. Right? Now, coming back to why is network as a service? Why is this product needed? Primary is cost of downtime, right? This is an example I think most of the payment solutions provide. We use Paytms, we use Google Pays, we use a lot of payment solutions today. When we go to point of sale, we scan the QR code, and if the processing takes more than 30 seconds, you see the round ring, and it doesn't process, whether it's because of downtime, network downtime, outages, whatever it is, right? The consumer is lost. The consumer quickly moves to either another app or chooses to pay by cash, right? So when this happens, what's happening basically on the background is companies are losing business, companies are losing customers, companies are losing valuable transactions. So that's the value of downtime, or that's the value of a good network, right? And that's where Polarin comes in. What we do is we provide a software-defined network, which is network as a service, on top of a utility-grade infrastructure. When I say utility-grade infrastructure, what I mean by that is all our fibers, we have around 25,000 kilometers of fiber spread across the country. We call it utility-grade because we have tied up with utility providers like Gales and electricity boards, and our fibers are along the gas pipelines. The NLD fibers are along the high tension wires, which eliminates fiber cuts, the possibility of fiber cuts, right? So that's why we are able to offer a solution, or rather an uptime of 100% in metros and 99.99% in NLDs, right? Topping up on that, which a unique feature of this platform also is the real-time visibility of everything that happens on the network, the ability of every individual to spin up the network by themselves. You don't need an expert. Of course, we have a boat full of experts in the backend who will help you design the network. But to operate the platform itself, you don't need an expert. There's click, 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 like shopping in an Amazon. You configure, you spin up the network by yourself, and it's done and dusted. The other part, which has never happened in a network industry, is like a cloud, you can pay for the bandwidth as you use it. Pay as you go. You consume and you pay. You don't have to go for a long-term contract. You don't have to, buy an unknown product. You experience the product, you use it, you pay it. The other final thing which I want to point out, and I want kind to be the hallmark of this presentation, is this is private and protected network, point-to-point private and protected network, which is very, very relevant for NBFC or a BFSI kind of a setup. And that's why we have organizations, very large banking organizations as our customer. Kotak Securities is one of our customer using this particular product, right? And the bandwidth is absolutely scalable, agile. You can spin up a network bandwidth of 20 Mbps up to 100 Mbps and multiples of that. Up to 100 Gbps and multiples of that. Okay. Moving forward, so when I spoke about payments, this is what I was talking about. The processing today, what you see here is an outdated data, but nonetheless, the reason it is on the screen is to imply the significance of the payment transactions that's happening, right? Using a platform like UPI, right? And there are so many applications today which requires payments. There are so many fintechs working on transactions of money. There are so many applications or data which needs to be secure that is operating on digital networks, right? And this is the significance of having a reliable network. That's why we say latency is the new currency, right? In today's era of digital ecosystem, digital economy rather, if you have applications stalling because of network problems, because of outages, because of poor bandwidth quality, poor fiber quality, so it is crime, I would say, right? Finally, just to give you a gist of a few other features, why network as a service is relevant to you, why network as a service is important for this industry to adopt moving forward. Number one, what you can see on the screen left here, I don't know whether this is visible. Here is what you can see up here is basically how network was facilitated so far by traditional providers. And what you see here is what happens in Polarin, which is within a minute, you are able to spin up a network. Why are you able and how are you able to do so? Because Polarin is already pre-connected with all the major cloud players, Internet Exchange, 50 plus data centers, MTDCs across the country, CDN, and this ecosystem is ever growing, right? This ecosystem, by the end of the year, 50 will become approximately 100. So what that means is, the moment you come on a platform like Polarin, you have access to all these networks. And whoever is thinking, I mean, in one of the sessions, one of the speakers were talking about how to choose the right cloud. With this, whatever cloud you choose, connecting to that cloud is just 3 clicks away. You identify the cloud, you select it, you connect it, you provision the network, and it's connected. The deficiency, and for the lack of a better word, let me use the word deficiency. The deficiency of existing network providers is that it is not attuned for the new era of virtualization or the new era of cloud, right? The existing infrastructure, telecom infrastructure, is built to last, whereas there has been multiple strides made in the digital infrastructure like cloud, virtualization, so on and so forth. The telecom infrastructure, which was built to last, has still remained the same. And there is a change that needs to happen. And this is what is bringing the change. Okay. Again, re-emphasizing on how it is possible. So you have Polarin platform in the middle, 50 data centers all across, public cloud, and internet exchange, which will take you all across the content providers that are available operating in the country and abroad. Right? So before concluding and moving on to the Q&A, let me just quickly take you through a small video of what Polarin offers to emphasize the point. Can we have the video, please?
In the face of rapid growth and expansion, managing your network becomes increasingly complex. Many enterprises today are not equipped with the right tools to manage growing multi- and hybrid cloud strategies. And with more connections needed to keep up with growing demands, rising costs quickly become a problem. Digital transformation is accelerating, and organizations are expected to keep up or risk falling behind. That's where we come in. Introducing Polarin by Lightstorm, the easiest way to manage your network. Polarin is a network-as-a-service platform that helps enterprises connect multiple private and public clouds, promising network agility and boundless scalability. We've designed a solution primed for speed, one that lets you make changes to your connections in minutes. A solution that gives you in-depth visibility over your network, allowing real-time performance monitoring. A solution that gives you the flexibility to hyperscale your network on demand to meet short-term, high-traffic needs. We've taken processes that typically take weeks to complete to build a solution that delivers in minutes. Replace legacy MPLS with a modernized, software-defined network that is agile, scalable, and transparent. With Polarin, managing costs is a breeze. Our point-click consume model means that you pay only for what you use, no upfront commitments. So no matter how much or quickly your business grows, Polarin is here to make it easy. We're shaking up the way enterprises manage their networks with a solution that's fast, easy, and transparent. Try Polarin by Lightstorm today and understand what it means to see what's possible.
So here you go, gentlemen. So this is what Polarin is all about. Fast, easy, and transparent. Thank you. I'm open for questions if you have any. Cool. Thank you so much. If you want to learn more about Polarin, if you want to understand the product better, if you want a demo, we are stationed right behind this board. Please feel free to visit us. We have a team of people who are happy to answer your questions. We have some partners available on the floor who will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much.